Walt, unscheduled stop.
Brogdon reporting in. I was so proud of myself early in the day, being able to almost operate like having two bladders. But at this moment, if I don't get this urine out of me, and I'm guessing 30 seconds at this Casey's barbecue, whatever, deli place. How do you turn in here? Shoot. Where's the entrance?
You just missed it.
Oh, God, I'm glad I didn't go that way. I'd have been screwed. All right, I got to get into this place. Look at these truckers. I bet you there's some ladies out here working this truck deal. I got to get in here, Walt. This is some of the things you got to do on these hunting trips is when it sneaks up on you, you got to pull over in the middle of nowhere and take care of business. All these cars are dirty here.
Oh.
Look at this, Walt.
Smokes.
Dirty. All right.
Just leave the car running.
I don't leave the car running. Look like they wear masks out here in the country, so I'll put my mask on.
All right, good luck.
Over and out.
Hope you make it.
Okay.
Well, see what else you're missing? It's 57 degrees, windy. Nebraska morning. We already got Starbucks. We're on the road. TV's ready to roll. Cheers.
Vlog 2 of the day, day 1 hunting. Here's what we do, Walt. We do 13-week rolling cash models for Scott. So when he gets home from Christ Community, he can study these deeply, make monumental decisions off of them, forever changing the landscape of coffee as we know it. And it all starts right here in this beat-up Ford truck in the middle of nowhere in southeast Wyoming. It's a funny way the world turns, Walt. We've got our eyes out here. I've had it all morning on this block of timber in front of us. We've done this twice. We've had the same emotions that we have right now twice, which is this is a waste of time. Problem this year is we've got cattle on top. Big deer don't like cattle. We do have some antelope on the other side over here. You're not going to be able to see them, but they're out there. The sun is up, the wind's blowing. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We're going to get focused on hunting and just hunting. Right now, we are rolling cash, baby.
Finally out of the truck. Not a lot of action this morning. We're gonna get down to this ridge. See if we can get a little closer. Seen a lot of does this morning, so hopefully our luck will change.
It's funny when you're out here, you don't have to worry too much about your scent.
We're on the move this morning, Walt. Started out cold this morning. Now we're getting warmed up.
Know what I might do? I can do this, Chip. Oh yeah, guess you can do it.
Another 50-degree morning in God's country. Couldn't start off any better. Hardly any wind. About as pretty as it gets. We have finally located the male mule deers. TB is heading down to get closer to get a good view of them because they are about 2 miles away from us. Basically, they're straight over on that mountain way over there. We're on the move. We found the deer. They have crested over this ridge, which is about a little less than a mile away. So we got a little trek ahead of us, but at least we have some hope. So we're about to start sweating though. Yes, we are. We think we've made it to the top. We don't really know where they are. This is kind of the moment of truth. We gotta get lucky. Well, we looked at the weather forecast and sadly we are in the Wyoming doldrums. No wind today, which is maybe 1 out of 3 days in the year. We don't have wind in freaking Wyoming. Yesterday, matter of fact, we talked to this old man. He's lived here for 40 years. And we said, man, it must get cold. He's like, oh, it gets colder other places, gets hotter other places. The only thing that wears you out up here is the wind. Today, you could drop a pin and hear it rattle around. It's so quiet. So my guess is this is going to be a futile endeavor. But we'll give it a shot. And see if we get just completely lucky. But we have everything stacked against us here. So don't expect much. Well, we found them. But they hurt us. They're most likely about to go bounding over that ridge right there. This is the problem with no wind at all. They can probably hear us from a mile. See you later. And see you later. We found the mule deer, honey. Oh, you'll see that in a previous video. A few pounds of scat. We're in an area that looks like Petra in Palestine or wherever that place is, Jordan. It's all these limestone rocks and these little suckers. Get in here and lay up all day. This is the perfect bed. We found a little hole here. Don't want to stick our heads up in there. See what's in there, but it could be bobcat or whatnot. We know where these suckers are now, and if we could get up there and maybe get lucky, but today it was a lost cause and they hurt us. There is no wind whatsoever. Yeah, they could probably still hear us right now whispering. Yes, they can. So we're gonna get out of here because we have tainted the trophy room.
Well, we're back at our truck. Beaten, bloodied, bruised, and humbled. We knew we had a tough shot with those muleys with it being so quiet. They heard us coming in. We had no wind, so our chances were minimal, but we did find I would say, we might want to refer to this place now as the Taliban hideout for muleys. This place was incredible. So we've marked the spot. We know where to go now. When we can't find anything, we know where they are. So we learned something today, and that is half the battle. Okay, we're up Tuesday afternoon. I'm in the cottonwood stand. Got a nice view around me. Hot weather, poor conditions. At least we've got a little wind this afternoon, different than this morning. But Chuck saw a couple of small 8-pointers here a couple days ago. Hopefully something else will come through. Chuck's in a good spot just further down the creek behind me to my north. So wish us luck, Walt.
Got a little Tuesday evening whitetail hunt. TB is in the cottonwood stand to my south, and I'm down here along Mills Creek behind me here, and I've got a really nice deer trail right in front of me that's got a lot of fresh sign on it. And then off beyond that, I can see the bluffs where I can glass for mule deer. Should be a really nice spot for the evening. Found a good spot. I just had a antelope buck come within about 18 yards of me, broadside. And also had a stare down with a little whitetail buck for about 5 minutes. Saw about probably 15 antelope, about 5 doe, and 2 bucks. Pretty good day.
Well, we're up here in an area we're calling the Bowl, High Plains Bowl. And if you look up above the bowl, it kind of looks like you're in elk country. If you look down at the bowl, you might think you're in Ireland. It's a very unique topography we're in. We'll wonder if those are deer down there, those 3 spots. Probably not. But I'm hopeful we'll see something. This is a little different terrain. have spotted what appears to be a shooter about a half a mile away across the open Ireland pasture. Chuck made a heroic effort to try to go get the spotting scope, which we said last night, you know what, that spotting scope's heavy, let's don't take it. But we laughed, going, you know what, we'll probably say we want it when we get up there. Well, by golly, that was true, and we paid for it. Chuck made a valiant effort to go get it, rolled up here, and it was about 30 seconds too late before the deer disappeared. But we think we know where he's bedded. We're going to make a little stalk on him, and we'll report back as we get closer.
We're on the other side of them now. We've walked 2 miles, now we're on the other side of them, directly opposite of our spotting scope. We think he's right under us, about 100 yards or less, down in the ravine, so we're sneaking up. We think he's down in this little ravine. We don't know for sure, and we can't see him.
Walt, Brogdon here. We kind of moping around after going down into that deer. Walt, we got over here, we got sand, shade, food.
One of the best picnics ever.
One of the best, no doubt.
The cactus I said.
Yeah, you're missing out. But here's our view. Let me show you our view. It's a nice looking spot. Feels pretty good up here, Walt. Over and out.
Walt, we're prairie dog hunting. These little suckers are fast, pretty smart. We can't confirm a kill yet.
But we think we've killed 2.
We think.
2 out of 4 shots.
We're not sure.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, it's that yucca.
False alarm.
I get excited about that yucca about every 5 minutes because it looks like one of these little suckers raising its head.
All right, Wednesday afternoon. This has not worked out as I had hoped. I was dropped off at the dam. There is no dam. It's just some stinking dirt. But the creek's still there, so I couldn't cross. So I had to walk down, carrying a lot of crap in 85-degree weather. So I'm sweating like a mother. But I have no idea if I'll see anything. I'm kind of standing out here, but I'm tricked out in this ghillie suit, so we'll see what happens.
Wednesday evening hunt back in the cottonwood stand. The wind was really howling just a little bit ago, but now it's dying down and it's perfect wind for this stand. So hopefully we'll see a big whitetail come through this evening. So we'll see what happens.
We're on. Well, it's a little late to bring this to you because what you've missed is maybe one of the best meals of all time. A patty melt that was to die for. A chicken fried steak covered in chili. Not anything that I would say has been on our radar before, but incredible. And we were so famished, we ate it all. We finished our plates, they've taken it, it's done. But we'll bring you back a little memento from the restaurant. It's called the Emporium. Next time you're in Hawk Springs, I want you to come here and support them. This place is sweet. Walt, we are sitting up at the diversion for our last morning in Wyoming.
It's a beautiful sunrise. This is a beautiful spot. It's cold. We are experiencing a wind chill of 47. So I think this could be the first day I've ever lived where I've experienced a wind chill and a 90-degree temperature in the same day in the same location. You need to know that you're lucky that you still have two friends that are alive. You know, our deal is I drive us here, drive us home, and Chuck drives us around. And I don't know if you can see in front of us there, but Chuck about ran us off this cliff this morning. If you put the emergency brake on this truck, 80,000 miles with really nothing under the hood, and somehow assumed the emergency brake would work without putting the car in park. And all of a sudden, as he takes his first sip of coffee, he realizes, holy crap, we're moving. I recognized that about a half a second earlier, and I was barreling out of this thing, letting him take the fall, which would kill him. It's a long drop, let me tell you. It would kill him. And we were afraid we were going to call Jerry and tell him he had a truck at the bottom, which actually, ironically, he did that with a side-by-side this summer, ran it off a cliff. So I guess he wouldn't be too mad at us. So anyway, we're spending our last morning up here freezing our tails off, hoping to get lucky and see some deer we hadn't seen all week show up down here in our honey hole. And if it happens, we may come home as champs. If not, we'll just come home with some good memories and missing you and all of it. Take care.
Walt, we're headed east across to Nebraska with our tails tucked between our legs, I guess you could say, but not really. We didn't come away with any meat, but we had a lot of fun. We had 2 stalks that were unsuccessful, but we had a lot against us with the heat, no wind, tough conditions, very tough, as Tiger would say. But man, it would have been a lot more fun had you been with us. It would, we would have known what happened to the deer yesterday because it disappeared, and you would have been there watching for us. So anyway, I would suggest the next time we roll out west, you get your little fat rear in the truck with us and go. We'll make room for you. There's no room in the back seat now, but we'll definitely make room for you next time we go. And I hope you enjoy these videos and these video blogs we've made for you. And it's been entertainment, and you've lived vicariously through us. But let's make this be the last. Over and out.